What's up, people? Welcome to the Dusty News Network. You know, next year, I think I'm gonna just make it be on Saturdays because I just can't get it together during the week anymore. I don't know. It's just not happening for me. So we're going on Saturday. But welcome to the craziest show on YouTube. It's just like some of the stuff we got this time is just crazy. People are crazy. All right, let's get started since it's Saturday and you guys might want to hit the streets. I don't want to keep you here unnecessarily, so let's get this going. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you are not already a subscriber of the Debsterism channel. Got a lot of good stuff coming up to teach you about dating, best dating practices and handling yourself in a relationship, self-esteem and confidence building, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay? So let's get started. Okay, notice dude's tattoos. Notice where I put the red arrow. He got these inner thigh tattoos. I've never seen a man have that. And so here goes somebody making a joke that that's how he was up on a tattoo shop. And they're right. Right? He had to be something like that to get the tattoo all on his inner thighs. And making sure he poses so that they're noticing stuff. So I'm like, what's going on here? How do you do that? Why would you do that? Why are you trying to get attention to that arrow, to that area? And that kind of looks like wings. So you know what's in the middle is supposed to be the butterfly body, right? You do realize what's going on there, right? So I'm like, okay. All righty then. You know, people are kind of special. Jasmine says it's very suspect. Child, this is only the beginning of this show. That is the first slide. Let us proceed. Okay, now look at dude's shirt. He said he got this shirt from Temu because he thought it said dope, but I'm going to have to send it back because I found another word that it spells. Notice that? P, it starts with a P. See where my little arrow is? Because I wanted to make sure that y'all didn't waste your eyeballs trying to find it. So, yeah. Whoever, you know, when people do these kind of things, you know that the English is not their first language, so they don't catch stuff like that. But then again, they could have caught it. Maybe that's why it's on sale at a steep discount on that Temu site. I buy stuff from there sometimes. I just ordered a bunch of stuff for a friend's daughter is having a baby. And they had these little, you know, little onesie things with cute sayings on them for like $3 or $4. I got her a bunch of those in, you know, different sizes. And I'm like calling it a day. So I think I spent about $15 and she got about 6 outfits off of that website. I'm cheap in case y'all didn't notice. What's up, Shay? Okay, look at Snoop. Look at Snoop. Me watching my friend cry and not knowing what to say. His expressions are just priceless. Did you guys ever watch that show he had a reality show about him and his family? That show was a riot. I used to watch it. That's when I had cable. I don't know. Living like you asking me questions, I don't know. Weird that, and it looked like a light skinned person to me. So I don't know what you mean. Are you talking about on that shirt? I don't know. All I know is what people send me. Okay, I don't question it. I don't know the history of it. I don't get online and do no research. It's not important. The important part is it's just funny. Okay. That's all we concentrate on here on this show is the funniness, the stupidity, the forehead slapping, oh my godness. That's all we do on this show. This show is not for analytical logic and all the stuff you're trying to bring into the program. It ain't about that. If you either laugh or just ignore it, okay? That's what we do here. Before I start hoeing, does anybody have a crush on me? It's the last chance before I go into full hoe mode. He's in that pose. Like, anybody? Anybody? Yeah, you got to learn the ways of the Jedi, Larry, when you come up in here. This show, the DNN, I'm telling you, is not a serious show. Now, other shows we do will be, but this is not one. This is just our summer programming. We got one more week of this. It's supposed to be summer, but I didn't start till like almost damn near August. So we're going on into October. Things happen. Life happens. Okay, this was cold. Look at dude. When she say get your stuff and get out, just leave. Leave then. All he got is that a PlayStation and his two little controllers? Oh, this is so sad. Now look what she had. Her daddy just went off. She said a dude had me pump my own gas one time. Now he's sitting in the car, right? He riding and he ain't even gonna get out and pump the gas. I would have made him get out of my car. You catch the bus. So, and her daddy said that was grounds for breaking up. And I said, but daddy, he's from Jersey. They don't pump their own gas. And he told me, well, you find a nigga from a different state then. See, that would have been my father. It's like, that ain't reason enough. You get, and especially he riding. He riding, he didn't even offer to pay for the gas either. So, nope, you got to get out. Oh, remember these little twins? I think they're all teenagers by now. This is when they looked like they were about 3. Well, you replied to his message when you said you wasn't going to talk to him again, didn't you? She's like, oh, that's what y'all be doing. I'm through with you. I never want to see you again, you say, with a toss of your hair and all dramatic and everything. And the next thing you know, he sends you that text, that famous 3-letter text, WYD. And the next thing you know, you all talking to him. That's why y'all don't block these fools. You don't block them because you want to get that text, WYD. And then there's I miss you. Or WYDRN. I learned that one too. I'm not dating again until God himself comes sit on my bed and say, my homeboy trying to talk to you. And the girl who sent this added, and maybe not even then. Oh, I was screaming. Can you imagine my homeboy trying to talk to you? Did you guys ever have a dude do that? I used to think that was so juvenile. These are people like in their 20s, because this is when I was young. And they come with my homeboy trying to talk to you. And it's like, okay, so I'm supposed to be intrigued by a nigga that can't even don't have enough nuts to come and try to talk to me himself. He got to send you his wingman over to try to get at me on his behalf because he's that much of a chicken shit piece of donkey boo-boo. And you think I'm going to be interested in that? That's no kind of man. So see, that's the kind of stuff that, they would get to. I'm not interested in talking to that coward. Get the fuck out of here. Don't even waste my time. Get out of my face, both of you. That kind of stuff. That's how I would respond to it. But did you guys ever get that? They still do that? Girl, do you know how long ago it was when I was in my 20s and they still doing that? Wow. That's what I want to know, DP. That's what I always ask them. What's wrong with him? Because I feel like if you don't have enough courage to come at me to start up a conversation, then that means it's going to be on me to carry the conversation in the future. Then that means, to me, I'm going to go like long distance with it. And then that means I'm gonna have to ask you out. I'll probably have to drive and put my own gas and put gas in my car. Then I'm driving you around like you Miss Daisy. Then I have to plan the dates. I have to execute the dates. I mean, it's gonna be like just this whole thing when a dude doesn't start off like he's full of testosterone. When he acts like he's full of estrogen and got booze and a menstrual cycle out the gate, I don't want anything to do with him because I'm not gay. Okay, I like men. So if you ain't acting like a man, I don't want to be bothered with you. And this here, my homeboy trying to talk to you, I would be like, your homeboy stupid and you dumb and ugly, so all y'all get out of here. Okay, has this ever happened? Am I the only one? You call your mother right and you looking for some empathy, some sympathy, some support, some encouragement about life. You know, a bonding moment or something, but they get started. And by the time you get done, 5 minutes into the conversation, you be like, why did I call this heifer? And they just make you madder. And it seems to be a talent that mothers have, because once I became a mother, of course, my daughter, she has the same reaction too. She come at me with something and I try to be, no, I don't try to be empathetic. I just listen. And then I'd be like, well, so what you gonna do? And she's like, well, da 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 da. I say, well, that don't make sense though. And then, but that's not what she's looking for. But see, my thing is I slide into advice columnist mode, which is like, let's get the answer here. Let's expedite this and let's move on to the next question, right? So I don't like to spend a whole bunch of time on it, but she wants to like explore her feelings and, go all down the road and what every like microscopic breath that he took in word and utterance and expression and all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to do all that. You need to do that with your friends. Now, if you need some money, I'll write you a check. You need a ride? Come on, let's go. I mean, what you need, let's do this. And then let's move on with the rest of our lives. But, daughters tend to want something else. And then I have to reflect. Yeah, I used to be like that sometimes with my mother. But that's how it is. This shit was funny. She say, I'm sick of this shit. I hate this house. One of the kids ate my wing and then tried to replace that shit. Look at that. Like she got no notice that plastic drumstick from the kitchen cooking set. I thought, oh, that's cute though. They're the bones, the evidence right there. That's cute. That is a heart attack meal though, but the concept was cute. Okay, I almost didn't put this in, because I like to put a little cover thing over it, but then it would have lost the whole impact, so I didn't do that. But this guy is asked, who the hell made this necessary? Because this is something that's only in the men's room, right? We wouldn't have this in the women's room, or maybe lately we would because men want to be going in the women's restroom. But in general, I mean, who would think to do that? And that's what this person said, who the hell made this even necessary? Who would do this? It's like, wow. And this is your hood wedding. Look at her. This looks all nice with the silverware and everything. And then she say, bruh. I know. But the cup of noodles actually probably taste better than some of this food that I've had at different weddings because I don't know what kind of cooking they be doing. The meat's tough and the meal's half cold and it's just not good and they pay a lot of money for it. So I know it might be, Diana, but again, like I'm trying to remind y'all, we don't analyze the memes. We just merely comment on them. Y'all are trying to be all logical tonight. What's going on with you? First Larry, now you. This ain't that kind of party. We don't analyze it, and we all know it's for hands. But that's not the point. The point is the sticker on the machine that's for hands. That's the point. Now, how true is this? By raise of hands, everybody who agrees. When she leaves you for herself, like she ain't leaving you because of she chasing after another man, chasing after another woman, a job, because you acted stupid, because whatever, because, you can say, well, I'm in counseling I'm in rehab. Let's try again, this and that. I've been clean for this long and this. Okay, so you might have another chance. But if a woman decides that you are not offering her anything, that you're holding her back, that you're stifling her growth, that you're never going to give her what it is that she needs, and she deuces out, that's for herself. And she's never coming back. So this was like so on point, right? That's how we are. Like if she leaves because of something else, you might have like a little microscopic fingernail piece of hope that you could get her back. But if it's all she's focused on herself, she ain't never coming back. Like, dude I left in Texas, I ain't even seen that clown. Talk to him, nothing. Nothing. Hey, Vanna. Because I'm like, oh, I can't do this no more. And then I was just out. Didn't even give it a second thought. Now, this person here is asking, why don't girls call their female friends when they need financial help? So Mr. Martin comes back and says, because they know themselves and know they rarely help each other. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of women he affiliates with. But, we've all had struggle times. I'm, much better position now than I was at some points in my life. But when I needed something, it was either my brothers, my cousin Joy, or, of course, my daddy and when they were alive, my parents, or my female friends that came to my rescue. Now, if I was dating a dude and I needed something, he best come through. You know why? Because it's like, okay, what kind of you get supposed to be calling having ourselves like a partnership, and you want me to have your back, but when I need something, you don't have mine? Get out. And that shit would be over. On the spot. Soon as they start hemming and hawing and saying, well, no, or maybe, or, we'll see it. Any answer other than opening their wallet or say, get in the car, let's go to the ATM. Anything like that, I don't want anything to do with you. Because that means then that if I have to go to all these other people, but I'm sleeping with you, you's the one that's supposed to be like, this with me, and I have to go to other people when my back is against the wall, then what do I need you for? You only there for the good times, the fun times, the times that benefit you. Then we not doing that. And I just cut them out, drop them like a hot rock. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not really sure what kind of women these guys have been around that, do this kind of thing. But I thought that was kind of sad. Okay, now, she's talking about, how you had a male friend to be like laying in the cut, waiting for an opportunity. They're not really your friends. Not really. They be under the guise of friendship, just so they can hang around in your circle and monitor what you do and who you're doing it with and what's going on. So when they think they got an opportunity, they're going to slide in there. So this is what she said, they had just started dealing with the dude. And then, he presented himself as being pretty good. So she didn't understand what he was doing. So he's like, what you doing right now? Okay, what you doing right now? Oh, just drop the kids off. What about you, right? Well, I'm at the store. I don't feel like working in this rain. Oh, I wish I could watch, crime shows, documentaries all day, she says. And he says, you can. And she says, well, yeah, after I get off work, And he said, you didn't catch it. And she said, what you mean? You can stay home if you move me in. And so then she made the funny face and said, hell no. So, it went over my head. Maybe somebody else can explain to me. He said, you didn't catch it. I didn't catch it either. Watch crime documentaries all day. And he says you can, but how can she if you... yeah, she could if she just stay home. But would he want her to stay home with him and not... ain't nobody getting up going to work? You didn't get it? I didn't get it either. So I'm like, that was a whoosh over my head. And I think I'm a relatively intelligent person, but I don't know what he was talking about. If all her tires are the same brand, leave that woman alone because she's out of your league. I'm like, okay, what kind of low budget dust mite has tires that's all different brands? I can't. You know the only tires I can drive on my car? Michelin's. I always have a Honda, and Michelin's run really well. Hondas run really well with Michelin's on them. There's another brand I had one time. Let me think. I don't know. Can't remember the name of it. But it was okay, but it had a lot of road noise, and I didn't really like that. The grip and stuff was okay, but the road noise was just horrible. It's like this rumbling sound. It sounded like a truck. Till they got a little bit more warning, and I didn't like that too much. So back to Michelin's we went. And I always buy all 4 tires at the same time. So now this cousin, because she does say him. Okay, so it was a dude. So her cousin comes to town and stays, for a week at her house for Thanksgiving. So I told him that I had $100 for him, and if he could find it, he could have it. A week later, he back on the plane going home, and he still didn't find the money. And there's the money under the men's body wash and soap with a towel that looks freshly unused in the bathroom. So that means that nasty fool did not bathe or shower or anything for over a week. Right? Look at that soap looking all pristine and unwrapped. Unused. Towel unused. I'm like, wow. And he was sleeping on your sheets. I would burn those sheets. Those sheets, ain't enough bleach in this world for them sheets. Okay. So he said you should respect people who wear glasses because they paid money to see you. Actually, that is very true. I remember my dad, my father. He went through life squinting like this, right? He's squinting because his ass could not see for nothing. And he finally, though, you know why he had to get glasses? Let's see, what I was in junior high school, maybe first year. I don't know, somewhere around there, like 9th or 10th grade. And he went to an intersection and hit somebody. I mean, the guy was okay, but my father just honestly did not see the guy. So then he had to get glasses, right? So I remember when he came, he got the glasses, and they were black like that. And he came in, and he was looking at all of us, like all close, looking at everybody and looking. And he said that it was his worst day ever, the day he got those glasses. I said, why, Daddy? And he said, I never realized how many bumps and lines people had on their faces till I got these glasses. And he was just looking. I mean, we were all kids, so we probably did have some bumps because, teenagers do. But, we didn't have no lines and wrinkles and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's what he said. And he was not pleased with what he was seeing. It was hilarious. But yeah, this is kind of true. So don't be dusty going through life squinting like this. I didn't know the word dusty then, but that's dusty behavior. Okay, what the hell is this? What is this? What is this? Okay, I have a problem with these men trying to pretend like they're women. I'm sorry. I know a lot is like the politically incorrect position to take. I don't care. I don't like it. I don't like it. I will never like it. So this particular dude, and I'm going to call him that, want to call himself a trans woman now. Okay, so I'm going to read this because we have a lot of people that listen to the show while they're driving. It says age is 40, looking for friendship, and it shows this man with like his hair shaved off on the top, but like a fluffy bun of hair. Like used to put them hair pieces, like women would slick their hair back and they would put a curly bun on it. He got a curly bun, but it's on the top of his bald head. Okay, so he says, to start, I'm a trans woman. I'm atheist. I'm partnered. And we both have ENM, solo dating. I don't know what that stands for. If you're still reading this, great, he says. I'm not looking for anything serious. Maybe we can grab coffee or tea and talk about why aliens haven't come to Earth yet that we know of. Along with traveling, I also love most things paranormal. I have an affinity for felines. I game on my Xbox Series X. I also hike when I can. Plus, I'm always looking for someone to sit on my head. Now, isn't that just like any other dusty ass man, right? They're going to always involve something sexual in their conversation. It never fucking fails. So if no matter how much they try to pretend to be women, their male attitude shines through. The entitlement and the nastiness. Just straight to something sexual. Always. They slide in women's DMs with that shit. They send nasty pictures with that shit. It's always about something about, what they want from a woman, yet you're going to turn around and claim to be one. It never fucking fails. So all of you who, in that camp, I wish you the best of luck. Good luck with that. I'm not in that camp. Ain't gonna never be in that camp. And call straight bullshit on all of it. Okay? There's no way in this world a grown man is gonna change anything about himself, raised as a man, to think that he can be in line with women. This shit right here is so disgusting. This last line right here, that's just such a dude thing. That's such a dude thing to say. Unbelievable. So anyway, let's move on because that disgusted me. All right, now everybody all in uproar about Jada and Will this week, talking about her relationship with Tupac or some shit. I don't know. I didn't read it because I'm like, it's just they always meddling in folks' marriages. And it's like, to me, a marriage is between the people who is between. Nobody else need to have nothing to say about it. You ain't there. You wouldn't hear it. You didn't see it. You wasn't in the bed with them. You wasn't in their house with them. Shut up. Okay? But yet people always have some opinion and want to share their thoughts and stuff about somebody else's situation that they don't know jack shit about. So I ignored all of the I didn't read any of it. I just saw some headlines and just, clicked on to the next page. But anyway, so now they messing with poor Jada and saying that this is a Tupac Shakur costume. Included is a bandana, a hatred for Will Smith, and a bald head. Does not include a crybaby husband. Yeah, I don't never be bothered about that stuff. I just like, I know. They've always been rather different, just different. She was different when she was on that show. What was it called? A Different World? We should have known she was going to be different. And I remember her character there. She was just a little kind of off or something. I can't really quite put my finger on it, but I always thought she was kind of strange. I haven't seen nothing to be different. Same with the lady Denise on the Cosby's with Lisa Bonet. Weird. And so, this was messed up. You can't even get rid of her because then she'd just be with Tupac. They just will not leave these people alone. Just will not leave them alone. Oh, Lena was her name? Yeah, I was just like, just something. I don't know, because I think like Lisa Bonet was high on something. I always thought, she was like, ooh, something. I always would wait for her to like ratchet that airheadedness down a little bit. But a lot of men found it very seductive. I just thought, girl, whatever it is you've taken, please stop. And I always thought that. Now, this guy here is a perv for real. He's like, fellas, some of these things I have to tell you, I'm using these. They send these year round. This one I think was sent to me in March. And I, saw it today. And it said, fellas, we're 2 months away from a brand new batch of women coming out after graduation, them fresh 18-year-olds. Better watch your daughters and teach them something. Here in Oakland, it was just so bad. They had all these older guys, like in their 20s, 30s, and sometimes older, parked outside the high schools here in Oakland, hollering at the little girls. These little girls are 15, 16, 14 years old. What are you doing? So, the police was running them away. I mean, they still can be a couple of blocks from the school, but they couldn't be right by the school anymore. But it was just like, it's just like you can't even be a kid anymore, these dudes. So that's why, I just don't get it. Man, I used to pick my daughter up. I'm just, get your ass in this car. We driving home. Okay. Ain't this the truth? When he quote dated around when he young and strong and his back works and he don't have no sugar and everything is working as it should and there's like a Boeing factor and stuff happening. And then when they get ready to settle down, this is this what everything all decayed and rotten. Don't work no more. It's so funny. I was having a conversation with this male friend of mine and he was talking about his auntie. And she's, I think, 55, I think he said. And she got her a 40-year-old husband. I was like, oh, shit, wait a minute. There's hope for me. And this is her third or fourth husband. And every time she got a husband, he was younger. The first husband was older, and all the other three was younger, and it kept getting younger and younger. Now, this one is like 15, 16 years younger than her. I'm like, oh, shoot. And so he was like, I don't understand why a woman would want a younger man. I said, well, that's not really for you to understand. I just left it alone because, I know him from a professional relationship, and so I can't get too, you know what I mean? I can't be myself. I have to keep it kosher. But I said, well, I could understand it. And I just left it at that. Because, especially black men, I don't know, if they don't take care of themselves, they just be breaking down. They just break down. They eat so poorly, drink too much, don't eat vegetables and fruits, just don't take care of themselves. And then, they be like 40 and already 35 and stuff and already having like ED issues and all that kind of stuff from all the clogged arteries and veins that they have, blood pressure problems, which, then they take medication. That affects, their abilities. And then diabetes medications, the same thing. But, they don't take care of themselves. Yeah, I'm sick. I want to meet this auntie because I'm like, oh, she's my spirit animal. Okay, Norm. Norm was talking about his cousin. His cousin was found out that shit can go two ways, and he just was not liking it. He said, my cousin got a good woman that he cheated on last year. And when she found out, the only thing she said was, it's cool. I ain't tripping. So he just video called me crying and blowing snot bubbles. And I said, what's wrong, fam? And he said, I just went through her phone, bro, and she been screwing my boss from work. I saw an IV pole in the background. And I said, well, where you at, cousin? And he said, I'm at the hospital, fam. My chest hurt. I can't breathe. I'm about to pass out, so they're giving me fluids. And he's laughing, right? He got mad and hung up because I started rapping finesse 2 times. It's cool when you do it. It's a problem when she do it. I was like, damn. Yeah, we ain't trying to be no hospice wife. I don't even want to be a blood pressure pill wife. I'm not trying to be nobody's wife, period, to tell you the truth. But, it becomes a problem when you're dealing with older men that just don't take care of themselves. I'm not trying to be like your nursemaid and stuff. You should have done better in your youth. Take care of yourself. Pace yourself. That's what I did. I mean, I did everything I wanted to do. I just paced myself. You don't just go buck wild for years and years and just be a fool. You do it for a week or two, and then you calm your ass down. Go back to eating your salads and bean sprouts and spinach juice and stuff like that. I used to juice a lot. Get your body back together, and then you go out and be a fool again for another couple of weeks, and then you do the same thing. So your body's not getting inundated and just like saturated with liquor and no sleep and all this, wild stuff. You pace yourself. You just, moderation. You can still do everything, but you just do it in moderation. But, these people, they don't know how to do that, and so they just go crazy. Okay, this was sad. She said that she gonna be, see at the top, at the very, very top, this is why I will be single forever. It's like, no, that's why this man is gonna be single forever. Be beautiful. And he gonna ask, what does teaful mean? Are you catching? I was like, oh, scary. He don't know what teaful means. Wow. I don't even know what to say on that one. How many of us have seen this look? I mean, her hairstyle is hilarious. But that bucked eyes and those gritted teeth, man, my blood would freeze in my veins when my mother looked at me like that. She'd get that look like, they look at you like that and they pop their eyes big like that, and then they throw their head back and they grit their teeth like, shh, man, I'm not even breathing loud. I'm not moving. Nothing's about to happen over here. Yes, you're right. I need that stop, but I'm scared to. I've been trying to be good. I'm going on a business trip in the morning. I'll be gone most of next week, so we won't have the advice column. I think I'll be able to do it Thursday, because I don't get back till Wednesday about 5 p.m., 6 p.m., something like that. No, my plane lands at 5, so by the time I get home, yeah, I'm going to this conference thing. So, yeah, I won't be around. I'm leaving in the morning. So I've been trying not to drink because you know how those things are. They have all them dinners and, the little welcome party things and the cocktail hours and all these things where you network and all this shit here. So, by the time you get through all of that, you just an alcoholic. So I've been saving my alcohol intake for this. Yes, thank you. I hate flying, but whatever. Okay, look at dude. Okay, first conversation. She said, let me get off these apps because y'all bold in 2023. Chocolate, his name is. His name is Chocolate. Can I live with you? Dude, just get straight to the point. No hi, no what you doing, nothing about his hobbies and interests, what you like, nothing. Can I live with you? Okay, it's cuffing season, but most of that, this cuffing season for all the gonna be outdoors homosexuals. They don't want to be in the snow. It's cold. They need to be indoors. Can I live with you? Till the snow, till the snow thaws. Oh my God, this is too much. Yeah, Dusties. Well, I mean, Dusties need a place to live too. Look at girlfriend. I thought this was cute. Nails all outgrown. She need to feel for bad. Need to feel bad. And so dude gonna ask her, do you have a boyfriend? And she said no. And he said, do you have some, prove it. And so she popped that head up there with a broke off nail and needing to feel and stuff like that. And dude is like, I can just imagine like, oh yeah, you don't have nobody. Wow. Yeah, dating to avoid homelessness. I mean, why not? Shit. People date for a whole bunch of reasons. At least is one that's about survival and probably more valid than many others. So if you are enjoying the show, we got one more week. Okay, next week, next Friday or Saturday, which since I'm gonna be traveling all week, most likely it's gonna be Saturday. Will be our last show of this year's season. Then we will start up again in June, July, something like usually it's about late June of 2024 and go through the summer. We just do this in the summer because it's just funny. So Jeffrey says, these ninjas be 35 and up, still yelling, where the hoes at? And he just like, nigga, your daughter's the hoes now. I was like, oh, because yeah, they be having the kids when they be 16. So that's very possible. You know, his cronies be hollering after high schools be going, after little high school girls. So yeah, that's very possible. So, but what do men do when the men they know do that kind of stuff? I couldn't be around a man who acted like that. Especially, if I had like young women in my circle. I'm not just saying in my family, like, it might be, I don't know, neighbors. It might be some young ladies at church. I might be a teacher. They had students. It might be, I don't know, whatever. But, you have young ladies that you can see. It's not like a concept. It's reality. You see them. You interact with them all the time. And then you can just imagine being around a man like that would make a comment like that about young girls, teen girls and, young ladies. So that's just nasty. That's just gross. And I couldn't, if I were to do, my moral stance would put me on the opposite side of dude. I couldn't do that. Okay, I don't know who sent this in, but I was like, why? Why? Why did you do that? And I'm looking at girlfriend, and she's got maybe can't see it that well. She's got a pretty face, but I'm not sure what's going on with that body. And then I'm also not sure why she chose to wear a form-fitting dress that would show all that. I mean, did she not have anybody to advise her of what to wear that would be better, more appropriate for her body type and her shape? I was kind of horrified, to tell you the truth. But yeah, girlfriend, please stop. Look at this Dusty right here. This is some serious Dusty logic. 2 incomes is better than 1, so make sure your girl got 2 jobs. Stay up, kings. She got 2 jobs. What you gonna have? I mean, none for him since it's 2 incomes. She got 2 and he don't have none. Body positivity politics. I don't know. I don't look at it like that. You might be right, because there's a lot of that going on. But I look at, when you have fat in that midsection like that, I'm going to go back to that picture. Versus like if it's in your thighs and hips. If you have fat in the middle like that, typically those people have diabetes. If they don't have it already, they're on their way to getting it. I don't know what it is about the fat. When the fat is distributed in the midsection like that, it usually indicates, some kind of insulin resistance. And so, people typically get diabetes. If you carry your fat in your booty and your thighs, and you get enough of it, you'll be at risk too. But generally speaking, a lot of women have a very small waist and flat stomach and stuff, but they'll have bigger hips and thighs. That kind of fat distribution is not so likely to develop diabetes, at least not until like I said, it gets, out of hand. But what she needs to do is exercise. She got to exercise. That's just asking for trouble. Oh, I already did this one. Okay. Now look at dude. Okay, his pictures. I left his pictures up there. He got some long, look like dreads. I mean, they was like super long, like way too long. And so then he hits this girl up, right? He's like, oh, afternoon. We're going to do something different from Jump 21 Questions, No Judgment. Gonna be your complete full truth. Okay. So he asking this young lady, I cut off her answer, but I'll tell you what she said. So your favorite food, your favorite movie, pet peeve, favorite TV show, your guilty pleasure, your kinky fetish. Remember what I just said a couple of slides ago about how dudes will always slide in something that's sexual? They never fucking fail. It never fails. They just cannot just have a conversation with a woman. It always has to be something about their dick. It just never fucking fails. So here we go. So kinky fetish. Do you have long toes or short toes? What's your shoe size? Turn on and turn off. See, here we go again. So that's 3 sexual things. Tell me something. What? Some info that might shock me. Oh, something you into that might shock you. Shock me, I mean. Are you submissive? Your favorite type of popcorn. Okay, so now that's 4 things. Are you spiritual or religious? Okay, so when she got to that part at the end of shoe size, she answered the questions. And then she said, oh, that was hella long, something. So then he came back with this other stuff, right? Favorite fruit, The Wiz. I don't know what that, maybe which character you would be or something. I don't know. Something about lying and snowfall, 70s music and movies. Open-minded, fetish, a woman who can mentally tap into my kinky thoughts, okay, without overthinking. So then she's like, well, why can't we just have like, a regular old-fashioned conversation? And he comes back and says, well, we can, but I can't have an old-fashioned conversation with everyone from this app. So answer your questions and we can go from there. And she says, no, I'm good. You can just pass me on by. And then he gonna finish up with don't get spanked. There was more to this, but I just left it out because it was just more of the same drivel and garbage. For some reason, she kept engaging him when at that point when she said, no, I'm good, she should have just blocked him. But she didn't. She kept, texting back and forth with him or whatever. And so that was kind of sad. But I liked that, she didn't keep answering. She's like, why don't we just have a conversation, right? Because that's what normal people do. That's what normal adults do. And he just trying to cut through the chase with his cut and paste questions and stuff. See, I'm not fucking with these dating apps. Y'all who do, I just have to commend you. I mean, I know it's the popular thing and that's what everybody's doing. And that's how everybody's, people feel like they're meeting people these days. There's nothing, I have not seen anything that would make me want to do that. It's like every woman who's I've interacted with, who's dealt with the dude from there, even if they did have a relationship, it was fraught with problems, a bunch of negotiation and nonsense. But I say 99.9% of them, because judging by what I keep hearing, not only through the advice column, but just in my personal, the personal life, I mean, the real life with, people and associates and co-workers that I used to know and relatives and everything. It's like, this is a bunch of dummies, a bunch of losers. It's just the men on those things are just garbage. So it's like, what in the world are women on there for? So I wouldn't want to be bothered. And this kind of stuff here, he would have got cussed out. By the time he got to that question, the kinky fetish thing, once he said that, I already know where you're going with that. That's the difference when you get older versus really younger. By the time they disrespect you with something like that, and it's your first, second, or even 10th conversation with him, and he's already asking you stuff like that, that is a shut it down. Shut it down, because he's already in his mind is somewhere that it don't need to be all up under your clothes. He don't know your favorite color yet. He don't know your middle name yet. He don't know nothing about how you grew up, what your dreams are, your hopes, your hurts, your pains. He don't know you. But he's trying to get all up in your clothes and figure out what kind of freak shit you into. And I don't understand why women don't make that association. That's out of place. That's out of place. He's out of pocket and it's out of order. So, it's like, I'm telling you, by the time he said that to me, he would have got cussed out. Talking about your turn on and turn off. My turn off number one is any motherfucker who I meet who come at me with his dick in his hand, trying to tell me, ask me all kind of questions that's inappropriate. Get the fuck out of my inbox, and don't you ever even reach out to me again. I'll block your funky monkey ass. And that would have been that. They're married, well, either. And still, then don't you feel sorry for their wives though? Because it's like a lot of women, they just want to be married, right? They knew they was marrying garbage when they married it. Because they was cheating and shit when they was engaged and dating and stuff, whatnot. And dude was dipping around and stuff. Once you get engaged, that's marks a new territory. And then, but they cheating, like even up till the night of the wedding and stuff like that. And so, but the women go ahead and marry him. I would never marry a man like that. Ever. He's garbage. So, when you married garbage, and you're going to have a garbage marriage. And then you're going to have a garbage husband, and you're going to have a garbage relationship, and you're going to have garbage, family, because you married garbage. You were so interested in being married. So I don't understand. I can't be bothered. So now we get to the award winners. We have quite a few Savage Award winners. And this week, we could decide on which one was the grand prize winner. So we each picked one. So we got 3. So here we go. So this young lady wants to know where she can get a boyfriend who does not smoke, does not drink, and does not cheat on his woman. And James comes back and says, in the mortuary. They don't even eat. Just go there. Ooh. Yeah, well, y'all, like I said, y'all with them dating apps, you are some brave, brave souls. I can't do it. So I thought that was pretty funny. Can you multitask? Yes, I can. I can listen, I can ignore, and I can forget at the same time. I was like, well, damn then. Yes, abundance, it does sound draining. So this person asked, well, what's the brokest that y'all ever been? And this dude comes back and says, my card was declined on some ramen noodles. I was trying to buy one bag. The cashier said, man, just take it. You know, that guy reached in his pocket and put that 59 cents up there. Can you imagine being that broke? I can't imagine being that broke. And the cashier was disgusted. Man, just take it. I can just hear that happening. Okay. She said men just be lying about anything. And then she grabbed me by my neck. What neck? Where is the neck that she grabbed? She said men just be lying about anything. Oh, I was looking at all that meat and I'm like, damn. How many hot dogs did he eat? Oh, he says, I miss you. And I miss you more. You're my only girl. I got a couple of dudes, but you're my favorite, she says. Savage. Okay, now we're going to get to the 3 winners of the night. The 3 that we voted the most savage responses to whatever was happening. They got the most savage responses. He's from 90 Day. I never saw him before. 90 Day Fiance. Who would want to be engaged to that? Look like Jabba the Hutt. He got that Jabba the Hutt neck. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, this dude here, Travis Jackson. Okay, you know somebody named Travis Jackson, you shouldn't fuck with him. Okay. Travis Jackson is a savage. Okay. His daughter, she say, my daddy is a deadbeat. And then she tagged him Travis Jackson. So Travis, the daddy, come back and say, I got 7 of y'all motherfuckers. You the only one pregnant with a second baby. Still fighting and bullshitting with your so-called friends. I'm not giving you shit when you still fucking up. So no, you are not getting a car to pull up on me. No fucking body, period. You and the only child of mine. No, you the only child of mine fucking up. So get your shit together, Mimi Glocks, and tell your little friends I don't accept no kid friend requests. Period. 100, 100, 100. Okay, can you imagine your father saying such things to you? I would still be devastated, like under everybody's rock, all the rocks. I'd be devastated in the corner somewhere. He just telling you still fucking up, and you the only kid that's still fucking up, and get your shit together. I was like, oh damn. Yes, well, SpongeBob got the same kind of shape as Jabba the Hutt, just not as big. And so does dude. They got that same shape. You know, it's going to inspire me to make a meme where I put them on the side by side. Oh my God. Travis Jackson. I don't know. That's just, his name just sounds like he would be a savage. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have messed with him. I don't know what she was thinking. He got 7. He said, I got 7 of y'all motherfuckers. And she said, she's trying to complain, Brenda. I'm on the bus, and this guy is so fine, but he has an iPhone 6. And she made the throw up face. And so the real ones come back and says, and you on the bus. And so, you know what I mean? Just like, welp, yeah. Both of y'all on the bus. So you really can't say nothing about his iPhone 6. I don't know how much them kings are. I never mess with an iPhone. I like Samsung. And then this is the one I picked. So imagine walking into heaven and seeing your ex there. Okay, so side eye. I see you got roaches. God, don't start. That's the one I picked out of the 3. Joy picked that one, and Candace picked that one. I thought this was brilliant. It's like, don't. Don't start. Oh my God, that was funny. So anyway, we got one more week of this, but of course we accept submissions all throughout the year because when I first start the show, I need some slides to start with. So if you come across stuff, as you come across it, over the coming months, take your screenshots, download it and send it to me, whatever. Survivingdating@gmail.com is the email address. And make the subject line DNN. Nobody uses Dusty News anywhere. Just make it say DNN and send it on. And then we'll get it and filter into the folder and we will save it for the next show. Now, one thing that you also need to know is that we have the webinar is now available for you to register. You can scan that QR code. It's in the community wall page here on YouTube. You can scan that QR code or, I guess that would have been interesting. I know what I'll do. I'll put it in the show description where you can sign up with the link. But, you can just just scan the QR code. That should work. And it'll just, you can go to the registration page and find out more information. It's going to take place on Friday, December 29th. That was the date that you guys picked by an overwhelming landslide majority of almost 50%. So that was the day that was chosen so we could go into the new year with you guys having your confidence up, your mind right, and your courage in place so you can set proper boundaries and back these fools up off you. And the fools I'm talking about are not just romantic partners, although that seems to be most people's weakness. It could also be people that you work with. It could be your own children. It could be your spouse. It could be your other extended family members. But in general, there are people that really struggle to say no, stop. I don't want to. I don't like that. Leave me alone. Not going to happen. Those kind of definitive statements. It's not just no, but everything that means no, it's not going to happen the way that you want it to. So many women just really have a hard time with that. So we're going to do that webinar. It's going to be 2 hours. So, get a nap that day. I mean, since you guys picked a Friday night, it's going to start at 9 o'clock on the East Coast. No, I'm starting at 5:30. So it's 8:30 on the East Coast. So, with 2 hours, that'll be 10:30 at your time and, pretty late. So get a nap if you need to. We're going to remind everybody to bring their notebook because this is not going to be recorded. This is not going to be anything that you can go and look at later on YouTube. The only way you're going to get this information is if you attend the webinar because I'm not going to put it anywhere else, okay? It's not fair to the people who paid their little $19 to sit there for 2 hours and learn all this stuff and then turn around and give it to other people for free. We're not going to do that. So if you're not there, then you don't know the information. I'll put the slide up one more time. This is a different one, the same version. I mean, it says the same stuff, but different pictures. It's $19. It's from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. on Friday, December 29th. So you go into 2024 ready, okay? Got to be ready. I can't stand to see you guys make so many of the same mistakes over and over and over. I just can't take it anymore. So we're going to do this. I already started working on my presentation. And so you can do that. You can click the link, which I will put in the show description as soon as this is over, all right? Because I forgot to do that. You can scan the QR code, but, I also put the link there to makes it easy for you. All right, so you guys take care. Like I said, I'm flying out in the morning. I won't be back until late Wednesday night, so I won't see you until Thursday. And then we'll do the last DNN show on Saturday, all right? So you guys enjoy your week, and I will see you very soon.